Have you ever thought about the different shots on a movie? What does each different shot mean for a movie? My partner Alonso and I will talk about the different shots. I will start with the shots by size. And here you can see a chart in which you can see the names in relationship with the character. I will explain later. First of all, we have the extreme wide shot. The extreme wide shot shows the world in which the story takes place. And in this shot, you will see large landscapes in the frame. Characters can be introduced, but they will be really tiny in comparison with the landscape, which is what you are highlighting in this shot. Next one, we have the wide shot, a little bit more closer to the characters, and it puts more in context the characters. The characters can be seen from head to toe, and you see them in relation to the environment. And it can also be to introduce a new location, like a restaurant, a dining room, etc. It gives a sense of geography. Next one, we have the full shot. The full shot is different from the wide because it focuses more on the character, and you can also see the character from head to toe. And in this shot, you might want to show how a character moves or dresses. Again, we get closer to the character, and this is called the medium wide shot or medium long shot. And this shot frames the subject from roughly the knees up, and is mostly the same as the full shot, and shows how the character dresses or moves. Next one, we have the cowboy shot. In this frame is mostly the same as the medium shot, but it goes from the hips up, at the middle of the thighs to the head. And it was introduced in the Western movies because it allowed to frame from the gun to the head. And it also gives context to the scene. Then we have the medium shot. This shot shows the character from waist up. And it is often used in dialogue scenes. And as we get closer to our characters, we can see things that we couldn't see before, like the body language. Next one, we have the medium close-up shot, and in this shot frames the subject from the shoulders up, as in the picture, and it is used to show more body language, as you capture some more emotion and facial expressions. And you can also use it, or people use it in movies, for building up emotional climax. The close-up shot. This close-up shot frames the character's face, and one can see even more detail that tell us how the character feels, and it is by nature more intimate, so the effect is often that the audience can feel what the character is feeling. One of the last one is the extreme close-up shot, and is it frames even tighter on a face, and also highlights facial features that we couldn't see before. Normally it's just one part of the face, as here you can see the eyes, or even the mouth, or whatever. And last one we have the establishing shot, and this one lets the viewers know where they are. It's like the extreme wide shot, but more closer to a place, not to a landscape. This is not technically a shot type, because it doesn't include a character, but just to change location to location. And now Alonso, my partner, is going to tell about the type of shot by the angle.
So, the types of shots depending on the angle. First of all, we have the overhead shot. The overhead shot is when the camera makes 90 degrees with the character or the action of the scene. It is used to show us the whole scenario of it, and it is usually recorded with the help of drones and cranes. Then, we have the high angle shot. The high angle shot is when the camera makes 45 degrees with the characters. In this case, we are in a higher position than them. As a result, they look weak and vulnerable. Then we have the straightforward shot. The straightforward shot is when the camera is in front of the characters. As a result, it has no dramatic effect, but it brings naturalness to the scene. This is one of the most common shots in cinema. Then we have the opposite to the high angle shot, that is the low angle shot. The low angle shot is when the camera also makes 45 degrees with the characters, but in this case we are 45 degrees low than the characters. So we are in a lower position than them. As a result, they seem to be powerful and in a superior position. Then we have the nadir shot or the extremely low shot. In this shot, the camera is on the floor and is pointing up. This creates a huge dramatic effect and also transmits vertigo feelings. Then we have the over the shoulder shot. In this shot, the camera is over the shoulder of one of the two characters. It is used to follow conversation between two characters, and in fact, the character who is talking, in this case Al Pacino, is the one who is focused by the camera. Then we have the rear shot. The rear shot is when the camera shows us the back of the character, as it is normally a mobile shot. I mean that the camera is moving with the character. This creates fear and stress situations. Then we have the profile shot. In this shot, we can't see the whole face of the characters. As a result, it creates a sensation of distrust. Finally, we have the Dutch angle shot. In this shot, the camera rotates 45 degrees to its sides, and it creates a big dramatic feeling, and also it is used to action scenes. Then we have the type of shots depending on the point of view. First, the most common one is the objective shot. This shot makes us out of the scene. We are only an observer of it, and we are watching it like that, out of the scene. However, in the subjective or POV shot, we are part of the scene because we are watching it from the point of view of one of the characters. This makes us to feel more empathic with one of the characters. Finally, we have the reflective shot. In this shot, we are watching the scene through a mirror or water. I mean by the reflection of them. It is great because we can see the real thing and then the reflection, so it creates a bigger situation. These are all the shots in cinema. We hope that you have liked it, and also we hope that you have learned that these shots aren't random at all and all have a big intention behind them. Thank you for watching, and we hope that it has been interesting.